An 8-page full color
Okay.
insert. Oh hell yeah.
Okay. So here's the Chat GPT. I asked it to. I said, "Can you make a podcast thumbnail using this image as a reference? Make it for episode 9, because that's essentially what I would do." So it gives me this. I'm like, huh?
So
Nathan's
I'm
missing.
dead?
I'm like,
dead?
Nathan's
Okay.
missing. So I said, "Can you add the other person to it and spice it up a little bit?" This is
Wait, what the fuck? What happened?
That's scary. I don't like that.
Why is Nathan a Mexican boy?
I look kind of old, dude. I look kind of like an old man.
Oh, don't worry. This is probably
They put like 10 years on. They put like 20 years on me.
This is
Wait,
probably
Storm, what happened to your eyes?
Also, I have a lazy eye now. So this is probably the best photo we got out of all of this.
Okay.
So then I noticed that, hey, it's not 1920 by 1080. So I said, hey, can you make it 1920 by 1080? What do you think they did?
Stretched
Completely changed it.
Just stretched it.
Added a
Oh! Who is that? Who is that? Who's that? What the fuck?
It's, I look worse. I look so much worse.
Who is that? What do you mean? Who is that guy?
Honestly, you know what I look like? I look like a mix between a Mexican and an Asian baby.
Oh, you're
I
an
didn't
Asian.
even bother. I didn't even bother trying to fix you. I was at this point. I said,
Wow.
"Who's the new person? Remove him."
It removed me, right?
It said, "I can't identify the individuals in the image, so I can't tell who's new. However, I can recreate the thumbnail with only the original 3 people if you'd like." So doing exactly what I said.
Yeah, right.
So I said,
Like, why'd you-
yes, the original 3. This.
I'm so old. I'm like in my 50s.
So,
Storm, I hope you edit this into the podcast.
Did it change what shirt you're wearing?
no. This is the shirt I was wearing the whole
Okay,
time.
same shirt. All right.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So then I said, can you make us look more normal? Valid thing to ask.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, Nathan, this is in the video. So I have a question. Which thumbnail do y'all want to use?
I don't know. Either that one or... Welcome, travelers, to the You Know Y'all podcast, where we discuss every topic from exoteric to esoteric. Your hosts are Nathan,
Hello.
Storm,
Hello.
and myself, Liam. Today we got a few subjects. I'm going to be talking about some world news, lots of that going on. What do you guys got happening?
Oh, well, we're going to talk about Borderlands 4 and Mr. Beast.
Hell yeah.
So,
I got some trip ideas. Something about some Star Wars maybe happening soon.
I got a quick question, guys. You know how people have to say, like, oh, this is not financial advice?
Yes,
it is, though.
Do you think you should have to say that for everything? Like, if you give travel advice, should you have to, like, make a disclaimer say, this is not travel advice?
Well, the reason you have to say it's not financial advice is because if you say, oh, I'm invested in this company, and someone invests in that company because you're like, I'm investing in it, and it fails, people get mad. So you say it's not investment.
If you give me travel advice and it ends up being a bad trip, I'm mad. Same thing, like if you give like cooking advice, if you make a cooking video, at the end or the beginning, you should have to say this is not cooking advice because if the meal turns out bad.
But it is cooking advice. If you're
right,
directly, if you're
direct financial advice, they say this is not financial advice. So why not do the same?
Because they're also not like. Obviously listen to a financial advisor on their advice. They have like knowledge, and that's why you also say it. Oh, but you know what? This is a good little segue for me. How do y'all feel about the buy now, pay later shit? I hate it.
Oh, that's a big scam. That's definitely
a
scam.
It
financially
is.
illiterate people.
Do you
it's
know?
Actually predatory.
It is. Do you? So it is a loan. It's just a loan. Do you know what the interest rate can be up to on those loans?
50%.
36%.
That's
Holy
rough.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
So I'm like, people they go, I can pay later. No, don't do it.
I believe they call
Don't.
that loan sharking.
Yes, I think it might
Is
be
that
like
racketeering? Is that what racketeering is?
maybe.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm not a criminal. I'm not giving out predatory loans. I wouldn't know. This is not criminal advice.
I think that you have to say
This
that
clearly
one.
isn't fashion advice either. Look at me.
Okay, so it is
like a
just
damn
they
walnut.
so they are just personal loans and they are legitimate lenders. So you've got that, but they are
Legitimate.
36%.
That's insane. Yeah, that should be illegal. I actually think I actually strongly believe that for-profit banking should be outlawed.
I
It
don't.
should actually be
I think we should
0%.
I think we should
0% interest loans only.
I think
Ban
we
usury.
should I think we should only do private loans or private banks.
Well, I'm fine with that just as long as they aren't for profit.
No, for profit.
They're always for profit.
No,
Look.
only non-profit. You know, somebody tried that once. You can't say his name though. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. If you know, you know.
But the worst part is
Try
all
mess with
banks
the banks. That's when they pull you down.
all banks make profit off of your money in their bank.
There used to be in a certain country they had non-profit banking.
Okay, I can't actually wear a hoodie, but oh well. It's so hot.
That's
I
why
have to go get a real
That's
shirt.
why I turned the cold up in my
Luckily,
room.
my
It's
AC
on.
just turned on in my office, so we're good.
Yeah, and your AC is great, so you'll be cold in like 5 minutes.
It's literally an entire unit just for like a 16 square foot room. I
I've
don't
got an
know
entire
why.
unit.
And for a 16 square foot, fuck you.
I'm making a joke about. I'm making a penis joke.
Yes, I know.
Sure you did. I had to explain it to you. You clearly didn't know, but it's fine.
Yes, I did.
Say so.
Okay, that's all I want to talk about.
I
That.
look like a freaking alien, man. You know what I look like right now? It looks like my face is CGI'd. Are you getting that?
Oh, we'll go back to that topic a little bit later. Don't worry.
What is the drunk? Is this the drunk stream and Liam's the only one drunk?
Nope.
I'm the only one sober. This
Nope.
is what sobriety gets you. Like a damn
You
freak.
look like a fucking like white girl who's on her period.
I don't know what that.
You just
I don't know
hoodie
what
up,
that means.
fully tight, and you're just like mad.
Is that what that means? Is that what that means when they're doing that? How do you know? Probably spying on them in the bathroom.
What do you mean? I can go into those bathrooms. I'm allowed.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I got the card.
The card, nice. Should women give out a C-word pass?
Women-
I'm fixing my mic over here. No.
No? Why
No.
not? So black people get to give out an N-word pass, but women can't
They
get out a
don't get
C-word
to do
pass?
that
This seems
either.
kind of sexist.
They're not allowed to do that either, Liam. Okay.
I guess it wouldn't make sense because then, like, for Asians, it'd also be a C-word pass, so it'd be sort of a conflict there.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
If you have to ask if they can have a pass, the answer is no.
No. I'm not. They should at least have the choice to give a pass out.
But no one has that choice.
Yeah, they do.
They
Black
can't
people
speak.
do.
They can't speak for all of the community. Everyone
Yeah.
has to do a consensus.
Which will never happen.
Says you, white man. So I'm trying to put black
Wait,
people and women down.
Whitest. You look like the
bigot piece
whitest
of
guy
shit.
here.
He does.
Because
That's
you.
just my. I'm
yeah.
actually Indian. This is just my skin lightening cream. Shout out Kash Patel. Check out older photos of him. Same with Nimrata, the former governor of South Carolina, Nimrata Haley. Look at some older photos of her. She on that lightning cream. You heard? That's true, by the way.
No, I have not heard.
That's true. You can look up older pictures of Indian politicians in the United States. They get darker the further you go back. They all do skin whitening cream.
Well, the job just
That's
makes
their
you
problem,
white.
though. They can't fully get there. But if you know what I'm like Michael Jackson right now. I'm actually black, but
Okay.
I
is
don't
Michael-
know. I
okay,
don't know if
tell
you
me
can
this
say
wasn't Michael
that,
Jackson's
but
skin tone.
You're
tell
just
me what-
overexposed.
So is he.
I mean,
He exposed a lot of people. You are right.
You saw
That's
the
why they took it
documentary,
down,
right?
dude. He was gonna expose some people.
Okay.
All right. Should we actually get into our topics?
Michael Jackson's
I
alive.
have started my topic, sir.
Can we start another topic?
I don't know. You can start saying whatever you want. Ain't nobody
Uh,
here your master boy.
Some John Wick
Jesus.
5. Some John Wick 5. It's in the works.
Now
They're
we're not
working on
talking
it.
about Ballerina. We're talking about actually John Wick 5.
Like actually John Wick.
I thought Blood was dead.
No. So they wrote it open ended so they could write him back in.
Yeah.
But the director did state he doesn't know how he's going to write him back in because they did almost pretty much definitely kill John Wick off.
Also, I like what you did with your mic. Sounds great.
I thought you were going to say something again, so I did move it closer.
It sounds so much better.
I hate it though because it's right where my like topic screen is, so it's just like in my way, and I have
Can you
to
move
look
your
around
topics
it.
to the other screen?
No, my other screen's where my webcam is, so I can like look at y'all when I'm talking to y'all.
That's why I have mine there. I have mine on my main, which is right there. I can also
Yeah,
look up there or over here.
I only
Yeah.
have the two.
Or over here.
What were you saying about John Wick 5?
Yeah, sorry.
It's just in development, and the director's
Also, I like
having.
how I complained about us getting off topic. I'm pretty sure I'm the one who took us off topic. Or was
Yeah.
I? I don't know. I don't
You
remember.
weren't
think-
the one that complained about us getting off topic.
Okay, never mind.
So
Or am I? We're off topic now. What were you saying about John Wick 5?
so he's having obviously a really hard time trying to figure out how to write John Wick to not be dead.
Well, you didn't
Should
write
they
it
try
dead.
and make it make sense, or should they just do it as ridiculous as possible?
Well, that's what they're trying to figure out. Should they just bring him back and just say,
I think
"Fuck
it should. I think they should just Johnny Silverhand it.
make him a fucking
Rain chip him.
That'd be something. I was thinking that they should just have him dig himself out of his own grave.
They didn't.
That
Technically,
I
they
could
didn't see. You never saw him getting buried.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it would just be funny if he just dug himself out, like he was dead, but he's like, "I'm just back."
What if?
I don't need explanation. on John
Literally,
Wick,
how you do it?
bitch.
He just buried his gold coins and all of his like work stuff, and that's what he buried.
That's
That-
honestly,
he
died
you're
as John
probably
Wick.
Right, you're probably right.
I mean, that's the best way to do it, is it not?
I think
You're right.
I think that's how they would have to write him back in. Is be like,
Mhm.
no, he was never actually buried. He just got really hurt, taken away to a hospital.
And
and
he
somebody
killed
fake buried
John
him.
Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just says someone else now. That works.
What's his mission gonna be?
They steal his new dog, and his new dog gets kidnapped. Not killed, kidnapped.
Ooh,
You know what? Okay.
why
They're
not?
bringing it back to number 1. All right, they got to bring it back. Run it back a second time.
Yeah, I really don't know what his new mission would be. I don't.
That's
I have
also
an idea. How about it's tracking down and killing the developers of Borderlands 4?
I guess this is our segue into Borderlands 4.
I don't like.
Borderlands 4? What?
Like, here's the thing. I don't actually want to talk about the game. I want to talk about like weird things about the game. The game is $70. Okay, that's fine. It has a $130 edition that comes with all the DLC. That's okay. The issue is only like less than 50% of people on Steam can play it
What do you mean?
because of its requirements.
It has big requirements.
it's-
It's
it-
fucking Borderlands. I've
It's
seen the graphics.
recommend.
Those games
Its
look like dog shit.
recommended GPU is a 3080.
Oh,
How? I've seen images of the game. It looks like dog shit.
I
It
don't
looks
know
like every
how.
other
The graphics do
Borderlands.
not
I don't
look, the
know
graphics
how.
look the same as like the ones from 10 years ago.
I will pull it up so we have
What the
the
fuck?
exact stuff. Hold on.
Dude,
Actually, I had
chose
it
another
open.
problem with it. I chose another problem with it. It's Borderlands.
All right,
Also,
so
Storm, did
Big
you?
issue. I don't know if the devs
Storm,
are-
you forgot to mention the one thing about the edition.
oh, yeah, and apparently GameStop has a collector's edition that doesn't come with the game. That's $150.
I've seen that happen before. That always sucks. That always sucks.
It's
If you're gonna do that, make a physical disc.
And it
I have a
wasn't.
question though. So, do you think the devs will be able to make a patch where it's no longer Borderlands? Like, we'll be able to patch
No, I
that
don't.
out?
I don't think that one. So
Okay,
the
that's-
minimum
I'll probably
requirements
find
for
that
this
fine.
game requires an i7 9700. Okay, 16 gigs of RAM. We're about that point where that should be what everyone's running anyway.
Oh
it's-
well, for a single game, like sure, have that
Six-
on your computer, but for a single game,
Yeah,
Fuck
no.
off.
Well, you don't need. You need more than 16 to run it now.
Yeah,
This is
same.
minimum, by the way, Liam. You need
Oh, fuck
a
off.
RTX 2070.
Oh my lord.
So I'm good. I'm good.
and 100 gigs of space, which is about what all games are nowadays. The
Unfortunately, but yep.
recommended is an Intel Core i7 12700. That's a bit newer. We're on 1500, so it's not too new. Memory is 32 gigs.
For a single game, that's ridiculous.
And 3080 for the GPU with, again, 100 gigs of storage.
I feel like the only time you would need 32 gigs to run a game is just had a fucking memory leak.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, so there's no more mini-map in the game?
That sounds like a massive pain in the ass.
They just removed that.
Okay.
That's not good. That doesn't sound good.
No. And then, of course, Randy Pitchford said, oh, if it's $80, the real Borderlands fans will figure out a way to buy the game. That's
what
always.
Does that mean? What do you mean by that?
He literally meant it doesn't matter your financial situation. If you're a real Borderlands fan and it's $80, you'll find a way. It's like literally.
That makes me sound like he's telling me to pirate it. To be honest, like that's what I hear. Oh, you want me to? Oh, you make it expensive? Okay, I guess I'll pirate it.
Honestly, I can't. I want this to be the thing people boycott. People didn't boycott Nintendo Switch 2. I want Borderlands 4 to be the thing people don't buy because of the price tag. I think it would be so funny.
Stay hydrated, bitches.
Hold on, let's see. Twitter.
Liam, while he's looking this up, you saw our one of our last Storm posts in the podcast Discord?
Possibly.
About our shorthand for the podcast name.
Just say it. Just say it.
I can't because it's gonna sound the same. You have to like look at it to know why it's different.
He's posted
y'all. He just says y'all podcast.
No. You see, there's a double Y. We're shortening the first part with just Y.
No, that's dumb. You know, y'all's already pretty short.
Exactly.
That's what I told
Sean.
No, exactly. Because it's already an abbreviation. Because it's already an abbreviation. We want to abbreviate. I want to abbreviate the abbreviation. Yeah. Okay. Wait, can we call it YY?
YY. Yeah.
Welcome to the YY podcast.
Welcome to yeah. Don't even say podcast. Okay. Yeah.
He's posted so much.
And Storm says yeah, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah. He's posted so much. I can't find it, the exact tweet, but essentially he was like, if it's $80, people will find a way to buy it. It doesn't really matter. I don't want it to be $80. But I can't control that. And then it came out to be $70. I was like, hey, it's only 70, it's not 80.
Nice. What a nice guy.
I can't wait. Like I said, I want this game to be boycotted, and I want to
see it. I'm buying it.
I mean, I do also want to buy it because I do like the Borderlands franchise, but I don't think 3. It's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna.
I think this will be better than 3, but I don't think it will be better than 2.
No way.
But that's just me.
Is it going to be better than Borderlands 1.5?
Pre-sequel, yes, I will say. Pre-sequel is also pretty bad.
Yeah. But you can play as only Claptrap.
That's true. You could play as Claptrap. You could play as
or you could.
Jack
I have an
Black.
alternative. You could play not a Borderlands game.
Yeah, like New World,
like Destiny, Liam.
You play Worms. You could play.
It's not a looter shooter, Liam.
Star Citizen, Galactatron 4, Megadeth, Return of Zermon. You could play...
Did Zermon returned?
That's the rumor. I don't know.
Oh wow!
Bullshit. They killed him off. Like they showed him being. I don't know. I guess they didn't show him being buried, so he could still be alive. But he's supposed to be dead at the end of the last one.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I forgot your nickname says Glitzy Goblin, Liam.
Fuck off. Yeah, by the way, guys,
when did you change
refer to
that?
me as Liam or Computer Girl anymore. My name is Glizzy Gobbler Goblin.
Technically, right now it's Glitzy because my phone auto-corrected.
Well, you sure Glizzy, like there's meat sausages. Gobbler, like I'm gobbling them, and goblin.
He's gobbling
like
these nuts.
I'm a goblin. Glizzy Gobbler Goblin. Triple G. If you call me anything else, if you see me on the street, you call me something else, I'm gonna shoot your ass dead. That's a real threat.
You can't.
That's
say
an
that.
actual
You
threat.
definitely
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Legally, that's obviously a joke. I'm not making actual threats. If you call me that in real life, I will actually be shocked and scared because of being recognized like that, and I will
Like if somebody,
scream and run away.
if someone
If-
walked out
if
of
you
you,
s-
like
I'll
walked up
literally
to
shit
you,
my pants if somebody
yo,
says
yeah,
that
it
to me.
says, "Hey, yo, what's good, Triple G?" and daps you up. What's you doing?
I'm shitting my pants and running away.
Now,
I'm
Liam,
like,
what
the
if
fuck?
you're
I'm
what if
being
you're like
gang-stalked.
halfway through building this lightsaber in February, halfway through it, and he
Yeah.
is like, "Dude, are you Triple G?"
Triple G. Honestly, actually, that'd be pretty cool. I'd be pretty psyched. Like, yeah, I am. You a
No,
fan?
no, it's
That would be pretty
also
cool, actually,
it's also the guy building your light, helping you build
That's
a
what I was
lightsaber.
thinking. That's what I was thinking. Like, hold on, and he hands me a secret kyber crystal. He gives me a
He's-
secret one.
Yeah, he hands you the black one.
Yeah, he gives me the real black one. Apparently, they do have black ones, but they only make it red. But he gives me the
Yes.
real black one.
That
The real
that
black
just-
one.
that just doesn't
Yeah.
turn on. The light's broken.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of seems like a good segue.
A good segue into Elio bombing.
Favorite
Have you guys
movies
heard
and
about
no.
the new Pixar movie Elio bombing? Pixar's worst opening ever.
Wait, what? What is
Yeah,
the
the
movie?
new-
I
So
put,
their
Pixar
new-
released a new movie called Elio. With
Is this-
they're
is this
saying
the
it's
AI
about
one?
$150 million budget.
No,
It's the one about some generic child that nobody knows what's about and looks like dog shit. $21 million opening. Pixar's worst opening ever.
hey,
no,
hey,
Look
Liam,
at images of this.
Liam,
Like, what is this? This is
he
like
has a
dog
lazy
shit.
eye.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
why he wears an
disability
eye
he
patch.
has.
I also
Oh,
have.
God.
Well, I don't have it anymore. I used to have a lazy eye. You can fix that.
Really?
Yeah, you wear glasses. It fixes it over time.
That's cool. I didn't know that. Are you sure he has a lazy eye? Because he has an eye patch.
Yes, that's what you use in children to help them fix their lazy eye.
Oh, really?
Yes.
By the way, the only reason I know that, Liam, is I looked up Elio, and like the people also ask, what disability does Elio have?
So
Looks
I
like he
think
might be a little bit autistic as well.
now I
don't
think
know.
the only movie that will perform worse than Elio is the next Pixar movie, which is going to be the knockoff of the Oscar-winning movie Flow, because they're making a
Flow?
hand-drawn movie about a cat,
Okay.
and I think it's going to bomb worse than Elio.
Oh, I looked up the wrong flow.
I've also with Elio, I have seen ads for it. It doesn't make me want to watch it. There's nothing about it, and you know what they said? This
Yeah.
is the most original Pixar movie since Coco.
Okay, I got a question for
That
y'all.
doesn't seem like a very high bar to me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I got a
It does
question
not
for
seem like
y'all.
a high bar.
Y'all
I thought
see
you were gonna
that?
say like Toy Story or something.
Y'all
It's
see
like,
that
boy, fuck
slug
off.
thing?
Yeah, I did see the slug thing. Do you think
Would
he
you-
shoves
would-
his cock in that?
Would you let? Would you?
I'd hang off. Yeah, would you guys hang off? Guys, type in the comments below. Would you hang off the back of that slug thing in Elio? Put that in the comments.
I don't even know what that is.
The slug thing. Would you
Slug
hang off the back of that shit? Elio slug creature. Guys, Google Elio
The
slug
Glordon?
creature. Then tell us whether you'd hang off the back of that bitch.
This thing.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Nah.
What if it was sexually androgynous? Which I think it is.
Nah.
Is it supposed to be a tardigrade? Is he like
What?
microscopic? Is that what's happening? here?
No.
What is it?
I don't know.
I'm
he gets
100%
kidnapped-
buying you the Funko Pop of Elio, Liam.
Please don't.
I'm 100% doing
Please
it.
don't.
It's $12. 100% this is happening for you.
No, Liam.
Please don't.
Liam, this is an alien movie. He goes to space.
Okay, but that's clearly look up a picture of a tardigrade. That's literally
That's
what
not
he
a
is.
tardigrade.
He's a tardigrade.
No, that's a space
He's
tardigrade.
1 to 1.
They're
He
much
looks
bigger.
like a tardigrade.
No, the space ones are obviously much bigger.
Oh my god. I bet the twist he's microscopic. He's not even in space.
No, I'm pretty sure he the whole thing is he gets kidnapped.
Would you eat a bowl full of tardigrade toes? Comment
No.
below.
No.
Pretty cute.
How many fucking tardigrades would you need to fill a bowl full of just the toes?
About 30 quadrillion,
Is there even that many?
give or take. There are in the whole universe. If you go around collect. I mean, they're everywhere. I'm pretty sure you're swimming around in them right now. Technically,
I'm not swimming.
they're like midi calorians, but in real life. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not swimming, so no. Dumbass.
My bad. That was very stupid
Well,
of me. I
also
don't know what the
talking
fuck I
about
was
the
thinking.
the Pixar kind of related, some our Disney trip.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah.
when you type in Elio bombing, Liam, I thought you meant like an actual bombing because that's totally what your topics are. So
Yeah, you should do world
like,
news.
you're
Yeah.
talking about Star Wars. Oh, that's a good segue. You went bombings. I'm like, what the hell?
Bombings.
So,
So anyways, we're planning a trip to Disney. We meant
we
to get
found
this last time. I don't think we talked about it too much.
no.
Apparently, we're going on one of the busiest days of the year for Disney.
We're like triple stacked up on on events.
What
Yeah,
is
so that'll
the
be fun.
busiest day at
Well, the busiest would be in like
Disney?
summertime, like actually busiest.
Okay, luckily we're not going on a Monday.
Oh, really?
Okay,
That's
that's
surprising.
weird that Mondays would be busy.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that.
Friday and Saturdays
people
are
taking
also the
week-long
busiest.
trips.
Yeah, but like it's President's Day weekend, it's Valentine's Day weekend, and it's the fucking festival we're going with.
And the Daytona 500s there. There's gonna be more people come from.
No,
the
Daytona
500s.
500's in a whole city an hour and a half away.
We're literally going to Disney World because of the Daytona 500. So don't tell me there aren't going to be at least a few other people that aren't as well.
I mean, I guess I can't tell you there's not.
There's
I don't
absolutely going to
know.
be other people there that are also there. We're primarily coming for the Daytona
No,
500.
dude, the NASCAR is like super redneck. Do you think a bunch of redneck people are gonna be at Disney?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Rednecks go to Disney. What are you talking about?
Yes, they do, 100%.
Yeah. What are you on about right now?
I mean, they might be at
Everybody
Epcot.
goes to
They
Disney World.
They might be at Epcot.
Rednecks, Indians, Finnish people, supposedly.
Okay.
Transsexuals from Nigeria. They all
Just
go
because you
to
said this.
Disney World. They all love Disney World.
I was no one responded to my encounter with the Holland lady.
Nobody saw
I didn't see that.
Lady. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even know where I put it, but I was walking from one of my office. Oh, I actually was straight to you, Liam. That's why.
Molested by a woman from Holland.
No. I was walking back from one of my offices to the other office, and I walked past a woman, and she goes, "I'm from Holland." I went, "Uh-huh," and she goes, "Uh-huh."
She was trolling you, dude. People from Holland literally speak perfect English. You're getting fucking trolled.
No. She went like like you know like the meme where like you like sarcastic type shit. That's what she did.
Some sort of European humor. Who knows?
No, she just wasn't. She just didn't like that. I didn't care she was from Holland.
Like
that's what I'm saying. She's Europeans. Continental Europeans are assholes. That's what I'm saying.
They really are.
Yeah. You should have shut up, bitch. You're in MAGA country now, and shoved her down the stairs.
It wasn't. We were outside.
You should say, "Shut up, bitch. This is MAGA country." Threw her over your arm, ran up some stairs nearby, and then chucked her down the stairs.
Okay, I wasn't concerned where we were going. Okay, back to Disney.
I think
gonna be busy.
There's not. It's just gonna be real busy. That's about
Gonna
it.
be real busy, but that's part of the adventure. That's part of the fun.
But
it's gonna suck.
This won't be necessarily just about Disney, but theme parks in general. Like, what is your go-to at any theme park? Like, what do you always
rides?
do? Yep, I thought you and Storm don't like rides.
I like Sunrise.
You're asking like what kind of attractions we prefer?
Or like, would you rather go around drinking like you can at Epcot, or eating food? Like, what would you rather like?
I've never been to an amusement park when I was after drinking age, so I don't know.
Really? I go every 2 years.
Last time I went to Disney, I was 18, so I'm with Liam on that.
21.
Last time I went to Disney, I was like 13 or 14.
21.
No, I actually know for certain. The last theme park I went to was Legoland in the summer of 2014. I know that for a fact. Because when I was cleaning, I've started organizing my old Legos recently. Actually, I should have kept it. I found a receipt from Legoland, Florida for some Legos. It was from 2014. I was like, that's the last time I went.
You should have brought that receipt to. We would have made a pit stop at Legoland before we left.
So true.
And you'd be like, "Hey, what can I buy this again for this price?"
I wish, dude. They're
and
retired
see what
sets.
they say.
I was actually the two sets I bought. One's worth $100 now. One was $200. It was like $20 and $30 at the time. So they 10x'd in like 11 years.
Yeah, you should have gone to them with that.
I've got them complete too. I could still sell them for that much, but I'm not going to.
It would be so funny if you went up to him like, "Can I get these sets for this price?
Can I return these? Hey, can I return this $200 set for $30?
Don't take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I bet. The employee would take it.
I'll give you $30 for it. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Cash.
Yeah.
So now that we're going to a theme park at drinking age, is the thing we're just gonna drink all day?
I hope so,
So-
dude. We're gonna. Why, dude? Okay, wouldn't it be so fun to get wasted at the
You can
cantina
get-
at Star Wars Land?
You can get kicked out.
We'll be kicked out if you get too drunk.
Yeah.
So we actually did. We went bowling last night, and I had one drink, and I was fucked up. So
You were. You're at
You
least
were.
admitting it.
was that so? When I go to Disney, so the last thing we need to do is have the drink. is
No,
what
no,
you're
no.
saying.
You can't have the drinks. Me and
I
Storm
can't
can
have
have
it.
fun.
I don't think you understand. I like would drink the whole world. Like I'd get a drink in every country when it's food and wine festival.
Yeah.
Like I would go 2 rounds and be fine, Liam.
Oh wow.
That's what my parents did last time.
Well,
we
I don't
went.
care about. I just want to get some drinks at. Do you think they'll let me try a little? Do you think they'll let me try every drink at the cantina?
No, you can actually get one
Really?
for like then, yeah.
What?
That makes sense. It's Disney. They don't want they have to control it somehow. You're at a family park.
Like if you make another like
Yeah.
reservation, you can get a second one, but it's only one per
Do you think they'll
reservation.
let me cut somebody's arm off like Obi-Wan Kenobi?
No.
Now,
Oh,
Liam,
man.
you know how you were talking about we were at a family establishment last night? Disney is an actual family establishment. You can't get wasted.
Then why do they say alcohol?
So you can drink, sweat it out, and have another drink.
What
And
if I
they-
sweat it in?
And they charge you like $12.50 for like little drinks.
I paid $20 for a single 1 ounce shot from the cantina.
That would be crazy.
It's about how much it costs.
Stay hydrated.
I know.
bitches.
I'm actually
So-
almost out of beverages. This is bad.
That's why I grabbed water before we started.
I grabbed a Dr. Pepper.
I could be dead right now and nobody would know. Look.
We're gonna
Well, you're
weekend at
talking.
Bernie's, Liam.
Are you sleepy, buddy? Are
Yeah,
you
it's past,
sleepy?
it's past his
No, I'm
bedtime
not
by
fine.
30 minutes.
Hey, Liam, are you?
I'm not tired. I'm not tired.
Okay, next topic. I guess, unless y'all want to keep talking about Disney.
No, we can move on. Is it time for the world news?
If you want.
Can somebody, do some noises like that.
I just did.
All right. So there's one big story everybody's talking about. The United States is bombing Iran, but everybody's talking about that, and so
You're
I
not?
want to do. Everybody's talking about. So I actually have 3 other smaller stories that are worth talking about. Number 1, Europe. There's an upcoming NATO summit this week where the focus will be on increased military spending from European members. Trump is demanding NATO members meet 5% defense spending, while many are currently under 2%. Thoughts?
I don't know what any of that means.
They are
Should
trying to
European
increase their
countries expand their militaries,
by 3%,
Um,
roughly.
which would mean like doubling.
Doubling their spending. Well,
Yeah, should Europe double the size of its
2.5x almost.
Sure.
Yes.
I don't care.
You think
Like,
so?
I believe yes.
What are the consequences? What consequences will this have for peace in Uruguay?
I don't know
I
how
don't
that
know.
relates.
Do you think if Spain had twice the military it currently does, they try to reinvade Uruguay?
No.
No.
Why
Is
not?
you- I
'Cause
just
they're
no.
everyone's in a fucking agreement probably not to attack again.
Spain and Uruguay don't have any fucking pacts, dude. Spain could invade Uruguay tomorrow.
And then
Nobody's
NATO
don't
even
would.
think-
talking about this.
I don't think Spain's gonna invade anybody anytime soon.
Well, when they double their military, they might.
You see? You see? Look, it comes back full circle. They never expect the Spanish Inquisition.
Exactly. That'd be a shock. That's why
I
it's
mean,
the perfect
history
plan.
does repeat itself. That's what they say.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. All right, next story. American and Western influence in Africa has been radically shrinking. American and French bases in several countries have been closed as unfriendly governments come to power. At the same time, jihadists and Chinese have been filling the vacuum. Cuts to U.S. aid in particular have hampered the United States' ability to effect change in the region. On the military side, there are rumors that the U.S. African Command will emerge into European Command or Middle Eastern commands. What do you think?
Okay.
Should the United States allow China to have complete dominion over the continent of Africa?
There's not much in Africa. Like,
Wow.
most-
Wow, that's
for
very
like
racially
the mass
insensitive.
majority of it is just desert.
That's not
You know
true
what
at
you
all.
can do with that desert? Solar
You-
farms.
Solar
You could
farms.
also
It's
solar
also one of the
farms.
most like geographically diverse continents in the world. They've got mountains, they've got jungles, they've got plains, they've got grassland, they've got all the biomes. They've got them all.
Well, I mean,
I
the
guess
issue
how
comes
much
from
lithium do they have?
They've
the
got tons. That's
also
where it all
like the
comes from.
majority.
All the
Okay.
lithium. That's where all the lithium,
Like
tons
it's
of
like
copper.
80%, I think.
Like all the things you need to build like nuclear weapons also come from Africa. Like all the uraniums there's all sorts of crazy minerals and shit.
Okay, so but China
So
makes
with that in mind, should we allow jihadists and Chinese to have complete dominion
Oh,
over
I
the
apologize.
continent of Africa?
It's 90% of lithium comes from Africa.
okay.
So you
So
know,
there you go.
all of it.
Well, wait.
All of it.
So, but labor won't change. The labor force is still going to be the same, even if China took over.
Yeah.
So, the only thing is, we're just not in charge of it.
Well, the Chinese decide not to sell it to us, or they can sell it at a higher price because they'll have a monopoly.
Well, we already have tariffs on
They'll
them,
also
so-
get the 4+ continent bonus from controlling all of Africa. Somebody just laughed their ass off at that because they're a real
you're
nerd.
very,
Unlike
very...
you guys who are fucking posers.
I don't fucking play those games.
That's why I'm saying you're a poser, dude.
Poser for what? A game that I admit I don't play?
Nerd poser. Nerd poser. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
I mean,
don't know,
sure.
Oh, you don't have the risk continent bonuses memorized? Poser.
Do you actually have
I
all
actually
of
think
them?
I have it wrong. I think Africa's +3.
Jesus
on.
Christ.
Oh, who's the
You
poser,
poser.
now? Who's the
Risk
poser?
At least we're not lying
Africa
about it.
bonus. Let's see. Ah, it is 3. My bad. I'm a poser. Or a
Yeah,
fucking fraud.
Poser.
Cancel me.
Well,
Cancel me.
like if the governments don't want
Any of them?
America,
None of them were +4. I made that up.
if the governments don't want America in it, or not even America, but even European countries in their countries, then oh well, what can we do?
You could send more military sending over there. You could increase aid spending, like the things we were doing before. That's what you could do.
No.
So you're saying we
Yeah.
should let the Chinese have the
Yes.
+3 continent bonus?
Yes, they
That's
get the
great.
+3,
Okay.
whatever.
I mean, they already control large swaths of Asia. They're pretty close to getting the South America continent bonus as well. I think they'd be kind of fucked. They're also, honestly, they're on the verge of getting the Australia continent bonus.
See, that like if you get the Australia one, you kind of win the game.
Yeah.
It's
We're
hard
gonna
to-
get them.
What about the New Zealand one?
That's
That's not
part of
real.
the Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Zealand does not
They're
exist
two
in
different
this game.
places.
No, they're not real.
Honestly, I think a lot of the maps, New Zealand is not even on the goddamn board. I'm looking at maps now. A lot of them does not even have New Zealand.
What about Madagascar?
Madagascar is worth 1 whole point
Yeah,
on its
it's
own.
one.
Which, by the way, is
Kind of
the
insane
same
for Madagascar.
as like half the eastern United States.
Yeah, it's kind of insane for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I'm all fucking yeah. Like Madagascar is worth the same as France, Spain, and Portugal.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Very
Greenland
similar.
is worth the same as Japan.
I mean, they're both islands. So
The
I can
islands
see
in
it.
this game have always pissed me off. I think they should be worth
Because-
nothing. And
Because
their actual
of
value comes from the continent bonus and being like pathways.
the only reason they have bonuses is because of them being an island. That's like the only reason why they're worth anything. It
I
like in the
think
sense
all
of
they-
that.
Yeah, I've always figured that Greenland actually represented like controlling North Atlantic sea lanes or something. I don't know. Because that's kind of what you use it for.
I think all the islands should just be 1 bonus. Doesn't matter
They're
what country.
all the territories on the map are worth 1 point.
No, I'm saying all islands together are 1 point.
You should get a secret continent bonus for controlling all islands.
Yes.
I'd be fine with that.
I'd be okay with it.
Okay with it.
Get
Ow.
rid of just owning the island bonus. You have to collect them all if you want the bonus.
Guys, favorite shows / movie within the last year. Actually, who wrote this topic? It seems like
I
an
did.
insanely good topic. Nathan, what you got? I assume you have something in
So-
mind.
So, in most recent memory, it doesn't have to be new either. I just specify it could be anything that you have watched that you really enjoyed. One of them being the older Batman series, which I know you have also watched a little bit of, Liam. The which Batman series was it?
Batman the Animated Series.
Yes, that one. Great Batman series.
That's a best superhero media and one of the probably the best children's media and one of the best shows of all time.
Honestly, probably DC's best work, other than
For
maybe Justice
100%.
League.
Then what?
The old Justice League show that might
Oh.
also be up there.
Yeah, it's up there, but BTAS is clears that.
Liam, you have any show that you've?
If we're actually talking about shows like that were released in the last year, then yeah, Andor.
I've not actually seen it. I've heard
Insanely
good things.
good. I was putting it off. I was like, insanely good. Actually, people were saying like, "Oh, this is better than the original trilogy." I was like, "That's blasphemous! You can't say that."
And then you watched it.
I'm saying it. It's better than the original trilogy.
That's blasphemous. You can't say that.
I'm committing blasphemy. I'm a Star Wars apostate. Andor is the best Star Wars thing.
I don't think
I will never watch it.
It's actually just a good. It like transcends Star Wars into just being a good show. Like you'll be watching it and you'll forget that you're watching a Star Wars spin-off show.
Well, I won't
It's
watch
that
it because
good.
it's on Disney Plus.
Just pirate it. That's
Whoa!
Not, that's
for
not
legal
criminal
reasons,
advice.
that
I'm
is
making
a joke. He is not pirating.
I'm making
Yeah,
a
you
joke,
can't
guys.
make that.
Pirate it,
Joke, man.
ironically. Ironically, pirate it. Don't do that. This is a crime. Don't do that. Don't break the law.
Unless you know
But-
what you're doing.
Do not Google show for free. How to find show for free Reddit. Show for free Reddit. Don't look up the name of any show plus the word free on the Yandex search engine. Do not do that. Do not do that.
That's my
Piece of
favorite.
shit.
Those are my favorite things.
Don't
It's
do
like,
that.
like when people are like, you can't look up and then proceed to say the exact thing. It's like, for your university textbooks, repeat, do not
Don't do that.
use textdeck.com for your university notebooks.
But you know what you should do is go under your parents' sink, take out all the chemicals, start pouring them into a bowl, and mix them up.
That's you can very easily make some bad gas.
My
very
mom-
easily that
Bad
way.
gas, bad gas.
My mom, like a while
mustard
ago,
gas.
made mustard gas.
That's
You
funny.
can if you mix the right chemical. No,
I can't remember. It's bleach and something else that she mixed.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, what are you mixing? She goes, these things. I'm like, you can't mix those.
That's funny.
Needless to say, we had to get out of the house For-
Yeah.
for a
You-
few
you
hours.
Create mustard gas in your own house.
I would look up the two chemicals you're required to make it, but at the same time, then I'm looking that up. So
You're allowed to look that up.
Now,
Yeah,
Liam,
because it's a safety thing. Like,
now, Liam, you actually had a
What
show that was within the
do-
last year. I don't think I've watched any show that has come out in the last year.
have you not seen Creature Commandos?
No.
That's good. Have you not seen the last season of Harley Quinn?
I have not.
Give that a watch.
I haven't seen the past couple seasons of that.
Oh, you should pick that up again.
Yeah, I think I stopped at season like 3.
yeah, so she
Oh, yeah.
essentially just did bleach and some other like acid thing, essentially. So
Now,
Yeah.
Storm,
I guess it's
I think I know
both
your
bleach
answer,
and ammonia,
Storm. But
bleach and
what
ammonia.
movie or TV have you watched in the last year?
if I had to pick one, it's not even like a full series. It's specific episodes. It's The Rookie, but specifically the episodes where they only use like footage that are essentially shot on body cams or like Jesus Christ, we're all dead. Body cams or like CCTV like cameras. So it's like always just go. Those are cool.
What is the
episodes.
actual show about?
The Rookie? It's essentially Nathan Fillion becomes the oldest rookie in LAPD.
I think I have actually seen clips of that show.
It's a pretty good show. Some of the like comedy's a bit cringe, but
Oh
like
my god, Storm! This is one of those shitty
yes,
fucking shows they make for
Yes.
stay-at-home moms. What the
Yeah.
fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, dude, those are my
you
favorite,
fucking
dude.
Kidding me?
Yeah, I love watching them. Like
Oh
I'll
my
throw them on
God,
at
this
no.
is
I
dog
throw them
shit.
on at work and I just have them
Holy
on.
Fuck.
Liam, you want to know what my parents
This is
watch when they're
bad.
at home? Like when they're just at home, not
Born
really
in the
watching.
living room.
Yeah, just like in the living room
Yeah.
having something on. You want to know what they watch?
I already gave my answer.
It's Cheers.
Cheers is good. That's a good show.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the goat sitcoms.
You know what my mom told me after they finished watching Cheers?
What?
We're watching the Cheers like like replacement because they finished it, so they had to replace it with
Frasier?
something. No, they replaced it with some other sitcom show.
They sure watch Frasier. Frasier's literally a spinoff.
Also,
Tell your
didn't.
parents to go watch Frasier.
Maybe I will. Maybe
Below
I will.
Good.
Deck.
You should
That's
give them a
that's another
suggestion.
good TV show.
Like, hey, did you know the psychologist guy from Cheers has
What
his
is
own
what the
spinoff
fuck
show
is
called
Below
Frasier?
Deck?
I like Below Deck. It's another good show.
Dude, my dad and sister watch Below Deck.
Oh,
Walking
actually,
in
yes,
the
I
house
actually
Below
love that
Deck.
Ironically,
show.
it's fantastic.
It's
love
funny.
that
It is
show.
funny.
HGTV, just watching those things. Those are always
Oh
good.
yeah, hell yeah.
My mom, she like, I'll come home and she's just watching like how like cult documentaries, and she goes, "I think I watched too many of these." Like,
Storm, how would you react if your mom started a cult?
I think she could.
I think she could too. I think she has it in her. She needs the gumption for it.
She does.
I mean,
You
she
should
had it-
help. That should be like your birthday present for her. Get her a cult started.
Okay, we'll do it.
I mean, she's already raised her hands a couple of times to some people, so won't name names, but she's raised her hands a couple of times.
I don't know what that means.
Storm knows what that means. He's been on the receiving end, maybe.
Were Storm you beating this show?
Yes, and I think children need to be beaten. I'll say it.
Okay.
Honestly, they
within
do.
within limits, of course. But
Yeah,
like,
within limits.
I
but
think
yes, they do.
children should be hit. I'll say it. I'll be the
Okay.
bad guy here.
I think
Hit your
either-
kids.
I think the paddle or the belt. We need to bring it back. It needs to be allowed.
A good old backhand.
You know what's even better? Making the kid go pick out the stick in the yard they want to be beat with.
Mine wear shoes and books
Interesting.
and things.
Mine was the
okay.
one of those like bouncy ball paddles that the ball was cut off on, and that's what I got hit with.
Oh no! Ironically, with the ball, and she was like, on this forehead. That would be ideal because it might not hurt a lot, but boy, the psychic damage you're taking from that. What really matters here.
True.
See, my sister never got beat as a kid. She just got the corner timeout. And you know how it always is when you're the first child, you're like, what happened? Why aren't they
I was the
experiencing
third
what I
child.
had?"
I'm asking this.
Like, where's the cutoff? Why is there a cutoff? Why didn't they
Why-
have what I had?
Exactly.
Are you saying your little sister should have been beaten?
I mean, it might have fixed some
It-
things.
Yeah.
Interesting. There's still time.
I mean, it didn't work with Storm. I don't know what happened. It just didn't work.
Oh well, because I'm the devil incarnate.
Yeah.
So
Is that why
He's-
your mom's
no,
starting
yeah,
a
he's
cult?
Satan.
Is she starting
He's
a cult
Satan.
against you?
well, that would be good, dude. I was a terrible baby. Terrible baby.
Says, how do you know?
My parents tell me.
Why would they say something like that? It's
Well, they
horrible.
like to tell the stories that of me doing terrible
did you
things to
do?
people. A whole lot of things.
Did you get up on your hands and you did like cartwheels around the room, but you're 1 year old, so it freaked everybody out? And then you crawled up the side of the wall and like ran around the
Yeah,
ceiling?
yeah. So when I was 4,
Oh,
we
you
went.
said that deserves a beating right there. So, Storm, get in the damn corner. Stop crawling around the wall, you little devil baby.
No, so when I was 4, right, we went to not 4. I guess I was probably 7. We went to the Mamma Mia Broadway show, and I was just on my head the whole time.
That's okay. So
On
I
the
wasn't far
balcony,
off.
on the
I wasn't far
balcony,
off.
on a balcony, first row. So like, there's only like this much room for me and death
Oh
on my
God.
head.
All right.
My mom was freaking out the whole time.
I have a quick question. In the reflection, does that look like that's my eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
looks even like a
huge.
cybernetic eye.
Guys, I have huge, freaky skeleton eyes.
He
That's
has
why I wear
anime
these
eyes. That's why
glasses.
he wears glasses.
Anime. I
Now,
love
now
anime eyes.
to show how good of a child I was, when my mom and stepdad got married, they tried to bribe me because I was the ring bearer for the wedding. They tried to
sure.
bribe me to sit down because they thought I would misbehave during the wedding procession. So after I gave them the ring, I was supposed to sit down in a chair.
Please tell me you sat down right there.
No,
Please.
I refused to sit down, and I stood there the whole time quietly until the service was over.
Wow, couldn't just be a good boy.
That is being a good boy. They thought I was gonna make a scene at the wedding thing, and I didn't do anything.
Weren't
I
you
just-
supposed to sit?
You made a scene
No.
by not sitting.
Did I though?
I don't know. We weren't there. You're the one telling the fucking story.
They're gonna yell at a 6-year-old child. in front
don't
of
know, dude.
everybody at their wedding?
A good
Why
parent
wouldn't
would.
They were beating your ass.
Liam never got hit, and it shows.
You wish.
Is this confirmed? You got hit?
I'm not talking about my fucking parents. You fuck off.
Confirmed. Liam was
Right.
hit.
Mr. Bean new video. You talking about the new Mr. Bean video?
No. Okay, so there's actually a progression here. Okay, it's actually three topics
Mr.
now.
Bean thumbnail.
All right, so I was on the good old Twitter today, as I just start my morning every day with see what's happening. Yeah, actually, yeah. It's really been downhill a lot recently.
It has. He's not wrong.
I feel that.
But I was like, I kept seeing these messages, and I kept seeing Mr. Beast's name, but I kept seeing the quote tweet was deleted or zeeked.
Okay.
So I kept digging into it. Apparently, Mr. Beast made a thumbnail tool that will take a person's thumbnail and AI generate it to be for you. Which, 4 years ago, he complained about the Russian's largest YouTuber doing exactly that for his thumbnails, by the way.
Yeah, but he's trying to make money. He realized how much money he could make.
Yeah. So also, I guess in the announcement video, I don't know if it's his tool or if it's just, endorsed by him. I don't know, because essentially all of it's been deleted. But apparently in the announcement video, he had a bunch of people's thumbnails and things that it was showing, like Jacksepticeye, and him and Jacksepticeye do not get together at all. They hate each other. Not that Liam knows that, but I was like, ooh. Also, how much a month do you think he was charging for this? I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's his, but he endorsed it.
I'm saying
50?
I'm saying at least 100.
In between both of y'all, $80 a month.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Tool.
So
for something that you could just type into free AI online to do for you.
So here's the next part of this. I did that. And this is going to be our actual thumbnail for this week's episode. I need y'all to help me pick which one do you want.
The Elio poster?
No, he's about to post them.
No.
I just see Elio.
Not posting it. Where is it?
An 8-page full color insert. Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
So here's the Chat GPT. I said, can you make a podcast thumbnail using this image as a reference? Make it for episode 9. Because that's essentially what I would do. So it gives me this. I'm like, huh. Nathan's missing.
Dead?
I'm like,
dead?
Nathan's
Okay.
missing. So I said, can you add the other person to it and spice it up a little bit? This is something.
Wait, what the fuck? What happened?
That's scary. I don't like that.
Why is Nathan a Mexican boy?
I look kind of old, dude. I look kind of like an old man.
Oh, don't worry. This is probably
they put 10 years on. They put 20 years on me.
This is
Wait,
probably
Storm, what happened to your eyes?
Also, I have a lazy eye now. So this is probably the best photo we got out of all of this.
Okay.
So then I noticed that, hey, it's not 1920 by 1080. So I said, hey, can you make it 1920 by 1080? What do you think they did?
Completely changed it.
Just stretched it.
Whoa! Who is that? Who's that? Who's that? What the fuck?
I look worse. I look so much worse.
Who is that? What do you mean? Who is that guy?
Honestly, you know what I look like? I look like a mix between a Mexican and an Asian baby.
Oh, you're an
I
Asian.
didn't even bother trying to fix you. I was at this point. I said, who's the new person? Remove him.
It removed me, right?
It said, I can't identify the individuals in the image, so I can't tell who's new. However, I can recreate the thumbnail with only the original 3 people if you'd like. So doing exactly what I said.
Yeah, right.
So I said, yes, the original 3.
I'm so old. I'm like in my 50s.
Storm, I hope you edit this into the podcast.
Did it change what shirt you're wearing?
No. This is the shirt I was wearing the whole time.
Same shirt. All right.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So then I said, can you make this look more normal? Valid thing to ask.
Yeah. Oh!
So I have a question. Which thumbnail do y'all want to use?
I don't know. Either that one or the one with the extra guy.
The one with the extra guy would
I
be
think it
so
has to go
funny.
with the extra guy, right? Like,
The one that I look
fuck
so
is that?
terrible.
Yeah, yeah, you look rough in that one.
Wait, well, Storm, it all started when you asked it to make it spicy, all right? To make it spiced up.
No, okay, spice up. Yeah, sure. Make me addicted to crack, I guess. Great. That's
Make
what I
me
look
Mexican
like.
Asian.
I don't know why you were like you're either not here or you're Mexican.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay,
Also-
I think you should do this for every thumbnail now. Just see what crazy shit it comes up with. I love
I
the
don't-
extra guy.
Oh wait, no, I didn't have two. Wait a second. Was both of these full in the original photo?
I think so. That's when we took it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
they
think
were
so.
full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they were.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
look a
know.
little more vibrant though.
You look fucking insane in this
Yeah.
photo.
You look so crazy.
Like you look normal throughout for the most part. Like yeah, you look a little
Why
older.
the last one I look 60 years old?
Like in this photo you look fine. I look fucked out of my mind. Nathan is suddenly fucking whatever.
I hate that it added a demon to our picture.
No,
I,
see,
I look fine in that. I look 58.
This you don't look fine.
I look 58.
yeah,
I-
go to the next one. He doesn't look fine either.
I
I
keep
don't-
getting older. I look 65 in that one.
He looks-
you look
he's-
like a fucking politician.
He does.
It's turning me into like an old, fat British
Wait.
politician.
It gave you more of your drink back in that last one.
Let's go.
You have more of your wine back.
Nice is
But I will say I really like the background and how they did the background in this
It
one.
also
it's
changed
real
my
fuzzy.
hairstyle.
That's funny.
Changed his
Doesn't look
hairstyle,
anything
too.
Like you. Doesn't look anything
This
like
looks-
you.
this-
is a
and-
different guy.
And changed your glasses too. Also, I look like I'm 50 as well.
You look so old. Yeah.
Honestly, like, if they changed the mustache, well, could probably cut off a little like Hitler. You know what?
It's making you into Hitler. Yeah.
It's slowly making me into Hitler.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah,
I like. I like all of them.
How did I become Mexican Asian?
So
So
do we
weird.
want this one that has
Yeah,
our
I think,
actual?
Yeah, the one with the extra guy in it.
Okay, so
Wow.
this will be our thumbnail then.
Awesome. Like, who the
I
fuck?
really I can't wait for Dylan and James to be like, what happened?
Who was that
AI.
guy?
Yeah. So are you saying I should do this for every episode?
I think so. Yeah, just see what crazy shit it comes up with.
So just essentially now here's the question: do I use
Yeah,
this as
take
the base?
Take the edited one and ask it to do something else.
yeah. See if it does more with the guy.
All right, sounds good. I guess. So the thing is, obviously, normally we wouldn't use AI to make it. I just make it myself. It's not hard.
Right.
So it was only supposed to be for this episode that I do this, but I guess now I can't.
It's almost like we're beating it with a
You know what we
rusty
should
chain,
do?
So I like this
what,
use.
what we should do is so we do this for 9 and 10, and then we reset it and do another AI for the next 5 episodes
Mm.
of a different thing. And we
Okay.
see every 5 how crazy AI wants to make it.
But yeah, so if you're wondering what happened with this week's
You're
thumbnail,
wondering who that man is in the thumbnail.
We wonder
don't know
too.
either. We don't know.
so I'm thinking this has to be the opening of this episode.
Just the fuck,
Also,
yeah.
if you can find this guy, whoever this man is, let
Please
us
find
know.
This man. Please find him. Comment
We'll
below
get
if
him
you know
on.
this
We'll
I
get him on
wish-
the podcast.
I wish I knew why. Can you make it 1920 by 1080? Added a new person.
It added extra guy. It didn't just like make the image. It added a new guy.
But
It's
also,
insane.
he's following the right things. He's
right.
following
Like,
the
it also
wine.
gave him the drink. Yeah.
He's got a red too. He's not like it's
So-
every.
Oh my god.
I don't
so
know.
we have two. We have
Yeah,
two
yeah,
wine
he has a different
drinkers. We
drink
have two
too,
liquor
yeah.
drinkers. Like
Like it might almost be he's your gay lover, Liam.
No, what? And
Y'all are
that,
both-
then that would make Nathan your gay lover. based
No,
on
y'all are
the-
both drinking wine.
Whatever.
Just saying.
Storm
Okay.
is drinking. Storm is drinking the drink of my people.
That's yours. Yeah, you look like a Filipino man, honestly.
Yeah.
yeah,
I-
yours doesn't look. You don't look anything like you.
I don't know.
Who is that guy? It's
Like,
not
it-
you.
It immediately fucked up my hairstyle and my race.
I
Okay,
guess
yeah, like why did it remove him the
The-
first time?
yeah, I don't know why it removed him. I don't. But I guess it's a dark photo of you, so it just assumed your darker skin tone, and that's why it
guess so.
removed you. It was like it's a little
Yeah,
racist,
But
maybe.
me and
I
Liam's
don't
photos
know.
were taken at the same time.
Different angles though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I slowly get more and more deranged as we go.
Yeah, you know, fucked up.
I do love this photo of me, I think.
Ask it to edit edit the photos again. I want to see what
So-
happens.
Sadly, I can't edit anymore today.
Oh, you got a limit?
Rip.
Never asked
Wait.
it to age us. And by the way, I'm not paying for the premiums. Sorry. But so when I looked at this and I couldn't
Storm,
get a
send me the
decent
picture.
I couldn't get a decent thumbnail. I was like, maybe Mr. Beast is onto something if he's got something that actually works. No, this hasn't been trained at all for creating podcast episode thumbnails or anything. So it could be better. God, you look like a British politician, Liam. Like, I don't understand why it changed this. Why it
Right,
changed
yeah,
it.
it kept
Why,
changing like what the title looked like.
like,
It
no,
didn't
it
make
don't,
the jump. Yeah, like that's going right, but then it was like
don't know why.
out of nowhere.
But yeah, so that's that. So that was the second rabbit
I have to
hole.
log in to
yeah.
look at pictures.
That was the second rabbit hole I fell down into the Mr. Beast part. The second thing, which is Mr. Beast's new video. So his new video is lose 100 pounds, win $100,000. So essentially, guys locked in a gym, has everything he needs for it. He has to lose 100 pounds, and then he gets $100,000. I guess partway through it, someone he knows died. Mr. Beast is out of the country at the time, so they send in the producer or whatever of the episode to tell him, "Hey, your friend died." And then proceed to put piano music over a supercut of him freaking out crying in this video. It's 3 minutes of this video. It's like 10% of the video is this.
Which is long for a Mr. Beast video.
So, seems a bit weird if you ask me. Like, why tell him and then proceed to not just cancel the event and let him go and still pay him like he's done before? It's just weird. It's very similar to Jake Paul or Logan Paul in the Suicide Forest video.
No, you don't have to put suicide. It's just the forest. If you put Logan Paul and the forest together, everyone knows.
Yeah. Liam, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it was all set up. I think Mr. Beast.
That was my other thought.
So it's just like a publicity thing. Nobody died. It's all fake, or Mr. Beast killed a man.
I like your two thought processes. He was out of the country. Good alibi.
Yep.
No, he did not do anything. Did he
Some sort of
pay someone to
satanic
do
sacrifice.
something? Maybe.
That's why this is something satanic.
But no, so literally the guy comes up, he goes, "Hey, I've got some," he goes, "Hey," he's like, yo, what's good?" The producer to the guy, he goes, "Oh, not much." He goes, "Oh, what's happening?" He goes, "I got bad news." He goes, "Did I fail?" The guy contestant, he goes, "No, it's a little more serious than that. Your friend," I'm not gonna say his name, even though it's in the video. I guess I can say whatever. So he goes, "Coach Walls or Wills or something like that. He was found in his apartment dead yesterday." He goes, "You're kidding me." He goes to hug him or something, and then just puts his hand on his shoulder. He goes, "I'm not," and then just leaves.
Yeah, that's obviously some sort of stage bullshit. Why even put that in? Why even still release the video? Like, why go through the hundreds of hours, the thousands of hours to make this high production video? All the editors working on it. This is bullshit. This is obviously bullshit.
If it's not staged, it makes you look like the biggest piece of shit.
It's
No,
100%
regardless,
bullshit.
even if it
was
doesn't,
real, they would have just canceled the episode and never released it.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't, it still makes you look like an asshole. Let's be fair.
Yeah, but people are talking about it, so it's good publicity.
That's true.
Yeah, but not all engagement's good engagement.
It is.
It is kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell
Like
that to
normally,
Logan
why
Paul.
would we ever talk about Mr. Beast? But here we are.
Because he's in the news again.
We're giving him publicity right
No,
now.
no, no, no.
for
No, by
staging
the way,
somebody's death.
By the way, technically was not the main topic of my Mr. Beast thing. My main one was the AI, and it just so happened both of these things happened on the same day.
That's
So,
crazy.
okay, do you think Mr. Beast could possibly fund Star Wars Battlefront 3?
Yes,
No.
he has the money.
No, he has no money. He reinvests it all.
He
That's
has the
because
money.
that's
Storm.
how the rich stay rich.
Yes.
He has the
How they
money.
avoid taxes.
He'll
Yes.
figure out how to pay $70, Storm. He'll figure it out.
It's called getting dividends.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
too
on
broke for that. I
dividends.
don't know what you're talking about. How about I just murder you and redistribute your money to all my friends?
Now, Liam, Storm brought this up earlier. There was an original Battlefront 3 before it got scrapped.
Yep.
Do you want the original
I've played it.
Battlefront
It's
3?
called Star Wars Battlefront
No.
Rogue Squadron.
No. Do you know, Liam? Do you actually know how close that game was to releasing before it got
Yes,
canned?
I know because it was released on the PSP.
No, but like to everywhere else.
Yes, I am more aware of Star Wars Battlefront 3 than anybody else.
No,
I'm
it was
fully
a
aware.
week away.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware of the tragedy.
I
And then
I
they
couldn't
released it on
believe it.
PSP.
Yeah, lucky bastard.
Yeah, I got to play. Yeah, guys, I got to play the original Star Wars Battlefront 3 because they released it on PSP. I think it was actually Elite Squadron, not Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, I think it
I might
was
take the
Elite.
features from both. But anyways, yeah, people keep talking about Star Wars Battlefront 3. Not happening.
No.
It
It's
might.
not happening.
It could.
Sorry. It's at minimum like 4 years away. If they decided,
I don't think they will.
They're not working on it now. They're not going to start working on it. EA's not going to do it. And so when they do release the next Battlefront, it's not going to be Battlefront 3. It's going to be another reboot. It's just going to be another Battlefront 1.
Yeah.
It's going to be from a
probably.
completely different studio. Okay, but here's my issue: is who would make it?
Yay.
Who would EA?
Well, I don't
wait,
know.
no, they
the
made
original, the
they made
dev
the-
team for Battlefront 2 said they want to come back and do Battlefront.
No, they
3.
don't. DICE doesn't want to do Battlefront 2. They're wash their hands of
They-
it. They just want to do Battlefield. They don't want anything.
Yeah,
to do
they
with
don't.
Battlefront.
Some of the devs have come back and
No.
said we want.
Y'all are
wanna
talking
do
about
anything with it.
two different series right now. By the way.
I'm talking about the
Battlefront.
new one.
Yeah, new Battlefront.
Yeah, the dev team.
The
for
original,
the,
the devs of the original are Pandemic, and they don't
Yeah.
exist anymore. EA shut
No,
them
yeah, I'm
down.
not talking about like the original.
Yeah, we're both talking about the
Oh,
same
I
one.
thought
The
y'all-
devs
okay.
aren't coming, but DICE is not doing it again. DICE is not making Battlefront.
Maybe
3.
not the whole studio, but a couple of the devs want to do it.
Doesn't matter what the devs want to do. They're not doing
I
it.
They
think
could leave.
Respawn will.
They
They're not doing it. Respawn's not
respawn.
going to do it. Respawn's too busy with too many other projects.
How about
Respawn can't-
Nexon?
Who the hell is? Oh my God, Nexon!
I don't know what they make.
Holy fuck! They make so much ridiculous shit.
I think Nexon got it.
You never know, but no, I don't. Does Nexon even make first-person shooters? Probably they make whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, they make everything.
Do they? I actually don't know that they do make first-person shooters. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they do. Okay, but like seriously, who would make it?
I said I
DICE
don't think
and
it would
Respawn
happen.
Aren't doing it.
I said I don't think it was happening. I said
It's
there's no
never
way.
happening. There's no devs to do it.
Also, I didn't realize that DICE also made the PS2 version of Battlefront 2.
I didn't know that either.
So
they
DICE have
didn't.
always made Battlefront, is what I.
No, they haven't. The first two are made by Pandemic.
No, it's. I'm
You're out of
looking it
your
up
fucking
right now.
high
Star
right
Wars
now.
Battlefront 2 on the
I can go at
PlayStation.
the fucking box. It says Pandemic on it. When
It
you
says
open the game, it says
developer was
Pandemic
the
Games.
developer was DICE. It says
It's
it right
DICE.
here.
Pandemic.
No,
When you
no,
open
no.
the game, it says
Yeah.
Pandemic Games. The box says Pandemic Games.
I don't know. I'll look up my. I don't know where my game is. It's over there
Hold-
somewhere.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
it says
Hold on.
Pandemic on it.
But if you look at Google, it says it was DICE.
I don't give a fuck. They're wrong. It's Pandemic.
Also, when you type in it, Battlefront PS2, it only gives you the overview for 2017.
That's fucking hilarious. Because that doesn't even make any damn sense.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's never happening. It's actually like one of those cursed games because we've had 3 Battlefront 2s and never a Battlefront 3.
Yeah.
Cursed.
When did Star Wars get bought by Disney?
Wasn't it like 2011 or something?
Yeah,
so
something like
so
that.
you're telling me there is no feasible way for Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005 to have been published by Disney?
Are
yeah,
you
there's
saying it was
no way.
published by Disney?
On Steam it says it's published by Disney.
Oh, that's probably the remaster. They had a remaster like last year.
If it's on
Oh,
Steam,
did they?
yeah. If it was on Steam, it's not right.
Because it's just the one I never rebought it, so I assumed that was the old one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are problems with the remaster. I think the originals are still on Steam, but they
Like
also
mine
released
says
a
mine says
remaster.
classic. Mine says classic 2005.
Right. Yeah, that's the originals. They would have
Yeah.
renamed that on Steam. Then the remaster, I think, is just I don't know.
Yeah, no, that one says it was published by Lucasfilm, LucasArts, and Disney.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, Republic Heroes on Steam. It also says LucasArts, Lucasfilms, and Disney.
So I think they went through and changed it all.
That's
Like
They
obviously
might have.
LucasArts, Luca,
I mean, I guess they are technically publishing it now.
but they didn't publish it back then. That's
Okay,
the only
so
thing.
I got a crazy. Okay, so the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 that came out in 2005.
Yeah.
Then the first EA Star Wars Battlefront that came out 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 years. All right. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the new one, the EA one, that came out 2017. So we're almost getting to the amount of time that was between original Battlefront 2 and the reboot Battlefront.
Yeah.
That's kind of insane, actually.
So Liam's right. They are just going to reboot it again.
I actually think so. I actually think they're going to reboot it with a different studio and publisher, and it's not going to be Battlefront 3.
I don't think it's gonna come. I don't think it's coming.
I think it'll happen. It's such a big thing that so many people want. It'll happen, but not for a long time. It might not happen till it might not happen in this decade. We might have to be waiting for a while.
You know, all right, fine. I'll look at
Yeah.
Battlefront 5.
Hypothetically, there will be another Battlefront, but
Yes.
it's not likely to be Battlefront 3, and it's not likely to come out in this decade.
Because I think if they were to do it, would they not? If they made a reboot, would it not also include like heroes from like Rebels or Andor or like these other shows now?
I
if
think
they
they need
were
to
to-
remove the heroes.
Yeah, I actually think the heroes and there should be a separate heroes, and like there are a
Yeah,
lot of big
yes.
fans of the heroes mode. So I think the heroes should still be there, but I want it separate from like the normal mode.
Yes.
Or
I
just let
think
the
that's
AI
fair.
control it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would probably be better. Because there are some, I've seen videos of people play the heroes. There's some fucking sweats who
Oh
know
my god,
how.
it's you know what it's like helicopter players in Battlefield 4.
Yes.
One to
Yeah.
one like that. Like
Yeah.
they've put so many hours into it, they just clear everybody else, and it's not even fun. You just cannon fodder for them.
Well, going back to the Sam Witwer things, and he got called out for only playing Darth Maul, and he had
Yeah,
to
I've
be
seen
like,
it.
"I fucking voiced
did the
Darth Maul.
voice.
Shut
It's
the
cool.
fuck up."
If they do another one, I think they should have a lot more heroes though. A lot more.
They need to. They
Yeah.
have to.
They have
like
4 per faction right now.
Not
that's-
enough.
That's so little.
Some of those overlap.
Like what? Also, if you look at the squadron shit, like the actual flying missions with the heroes in that, there's 3 Millennium Falcons
Yeah.
What the fuck?
There's Chewbacca,
and Han Solo.
Han. There's Chewbacca and
Lando?
Lando. Then there's Rey and Chewbacca.
Oh my god, so
There's-
dumb.
There's 3. We don't
so
need
dumb.
3 Millennium Falcons. Like they
Yeah,
have
what
Poe,
the hell? Fuck
and then they
off.
have Poe Dameron and Luke Skywalker flying the same X-wing.
Bro.
Like
It's
there's
bad.
so many, and the only Jedi starfighter they have is Yoda's, which doesn't appear in any of the movies.
That's so dumb.
Like you
That's
see
so dumb.
Anakin's and you see fucking Obi-Wan's. Like you definitely see those. You see Plo Koon's.
Yeah.
Why didn't you make somebody
yeah,
who
why not
actually
do any
flies?
of those?
Yeah, who actually
Absolutely.
flies in one.
Because that doesn't fit in their time frame.
No, I think what it was is the only character they had that could have a Jedi starfighter was Yoda, who was a playable character.
Yeah.
Because Anakin got added way later.
Oh really? I
Anakin-
didn't know that.
Yeah, Anakin wasn't a on launch character.
That's
Now-
insane. That's
now, when they
insane.
did bring him to the game, he was broken and he was the most overpowered character, though.
That's what you're supposed to do when you add things to the game. You're supposed to make it the strongest thing, so
They should
people
have left him
pay
the
for it.
strongest. He's the chosen one.
That's what people thought too.
No, it's legitimately what a lot of companies do. Like a Call of Duty, they'll always make the newest weapon that comes out the strongest. So if people don't want to grind for it, they just pay for it because it's the strongest. And then they go, "Oh, it's overtuned. We need to fix it," and then fix it after they make their
Classic.
millions.
Classic scummy devs.
I mean, who would be the perfect launch lineup for a new Battlefront game?
How many
No
how many
one.
characters do we need for a launch?
I'll give you 8 both sides.
Okay, what era?
8 both sides. Okay, let's go through this.
What
all,
era?
All for 8. So let's say it's heroes versus villains mode. So it's just like 8 heroes, 8 villains. You've got the 3 eras. Let's just okay. So for villains, you need Maul,
Yeah.
Palpatine,
Yeah.
Vader,
Yeah.
Dooku,
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
Grievous.
You need Kylo Ren,
Yes.
Grievous. Who's our number 8? What are we thinking?
Ventress?
We don't have. They only have like one shooter so far though. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
you're doing the bounty hunters. Okay, do a Clone Wars pick. Do Cad Bane.
Yeah, I could see
Clone Wars
Cad
pick.
Bane.
Okay, so what are we doing for the heroes? You need Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Han Solo, Chewbacca.
Do we need Chewbacca?
Rey. You need Rey. You need to include Rey.
I hate that option, but yes, you do.
Unfortunately, I know it sucks, but we do need to include her. So
But okay, we can do 2 Reys.
No,
Pre
not doing
Force,
Rey
post
Palpatine.
Force.
That'd be awful. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
We're gonna do Rey Palpatine and Rey Skywalker, 2 different characters.
No, it's gun Ray versus lightsaber Ray.
No, I think they should do that with Finn. Can we take Rey out and replace it with 2 different Finns?
2 different Finns. Okay, that is probably number 8 though. That's probably Finn. That's probably what.
Which most of those characters are already in Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Actually, fuck Finn. Do Captain Rex.
Okay.
Honestly, yes,
Captain
I
Rex.
could see
Hell
that.
yeah.
That would be
Hell
way
yeah.
better.
But wait, in the current,
you know what? That'd be a sick 8v8 starting lineup. That'd be sick.
Because they always have the room to expand, and I think if they're
Right.
gonna expand, they should add like Kanan Jarrus or one of the
okay,
other
by the way,
Rebels
at this point,
characters.
y'all are just making a like a 5v5 team shooter.
That is
fucking Overwatch.
one of the modes, and it is a 4v4 heroes.
But like Overwatch style is what y'all just essentially describing.
I'm down for that.
I would buy that. I would buy a Star Wars hero shooter. I would buy that. I would buy that. Hey,
I know y'all would. I know y'all would.
Hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay. Hear me out. The devs for this game, Marvel Rivals devs.
Oh yeah, do it.
I mean, sure, I'm fine with that.
NetEase.
Yeah, yeah.
They,
Why not?
they would
They've
do
got
it right.
infinite Chinese devs, so they can make any number of games.
Exactly. And
Also,
they know what the fans want.
Right. True.
also, I love how Liam, you didn't say Leia, right? at
Yeah, I was
all?
about to say
Did
we
not
could
say
have
Leia.
Leia, and then we have Slave Leia outfit.
They would-
Exactly.
NetEase makes
okay, NetEase would do it. NetEase
Yeah.
would do it. NetEase would do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
Okay,
It can be a
so-
DLC character.
So I'm trying to think of any other like dark side character because like they have like the Chrome bitch from the
Captain
Skywalker
Phantasma
stuff.
or whatever.
Nobody cares about
Yeah.
Cafe. You super.
And she's a playable character. It's like, I don't
You could
care.
you do one of the Sith Inquisitors from either Rebels or the Jedi Survivor games.
Well, if you're gonna do a Sith Inquisitor,
a
would you
sister.
not just do the Grand Inquisitor?
Yeah, do one of the sisters. I don't know.
The
Is the
eighth
Grand Inquisitor the
sister?
most iconic one? I've not seen any of Rebels.
So Rebels has the Grand Inquisitor as the most prominent Inquisitor.
Mhm.
The Jedi Survivor in that series has the sisters. There's also the brothers, which no
Right.
real media talks about.
That's true.
So you wouldn't do them because nobody knows who they are.
The only one that you would know about would be the 2 that fall in love and then get murdered by Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
those
Okay.
two.
Who would our DLC villains be?
God, that's such a hard one. We really
I
went through most
think
of them.
Ventress would be a good play to put her in
You do
it.
Ventress. You do Jango Fett.
No, because Django and
Yes.
Boba's would be about the same combat.
No. They had them both in the original Battlefront 2. And he's a DLC character.
Could we
Yeah, okay,
have
yeah.
like? I think they could do a mode though, where they have like a third faction, which is against both of them, and just do Mandalorians.
We can always go Darth Plagueis.
Nah, it's got to be a classic heroes versus villains.
Darth Plagueis.
I don't know if Plagueis is.
Did we say
good
Darth
in-
Sidious? I think we did
No, we
say
didn't.
Darth.
You
Okay,
said
well,
the
you gotta
Emperor.
have him.
You said the Emperor.
Oh,
What
okay,
about
yeah,
Nihilus?
perfect, yeah. That's kind of a deep cut.
I think like the true One Piece fans would want would be like Darth Revan. People
Yeah,
would
do
want
Revan.
Darth Revan, but I think
Yeah.
if you do, I think if you were to do Darth Revan, you should do both the light side Revan and actual Darth Revan.
That'd be cool. They could do that. Have you guys seen this? Rebuild the Galaxy stuff from Lego.
I have not.
They've also they did this Dark Falcon with all these like alt characters, and they also included this in Fortnite. And it's got like Darth Jar Jar. So if you want to get weird with it, they've got like
Well,
evil
that's
Jar Jar,
becau-
evil
that-
Ray.
That is because of the TV show that came out by the same name.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So
And if you want to get really weird with it, I wouldn't really go for any of those though. You should do Star Killer. Do Star Killer.
The Star Killer's not canon. They're never gonna do Star Killer.
They had his armor in Andor.
Did they really?
Yes, yeah. Which is
So
insane.
they're trying to
They
work
also
them in.
I forgot where it showed up in a show or something. They mentioned the other guy in that game, General Coda. So General Coda is canon now, and Starkiller's armor is canon now. So somebody at Disney's thinking about it. Somebody's thinking about it.
Always do the
only
pirate
problem
factions too.
The only problem with it is how Starkiller is in the game.
What do you mean?
And how he's very overpowered.
Why would he? Why? Okay, it's a different game. Why would you make him as powerful? Also, everybody in that game is like all their power levels are increased. People never talk about everybody's power levels increased. Like Obi-Wan, like in one of the DLC missions, he kills Obi-Wan, then Obi-Wan immediately turns into a Force Ghost and starts wielding a lightsaber again and kicking ass. Like everybody's power level is upped in that.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, I guess I would be fine with a Star Killer, maybe not the Star Killer, just
what do you
having
mean, a Star Killer? It's Star Killer. It's one guy.
No, I'm saying not having the Force Unleashed Star Killer. I'm saying having Star Killer the character.
Yeah, the character.
Yeah, but I'm not saying have him with all of his abilities from the Force.
Well, any of the characters from the games always fucking win the day. So, but this is a different thing. They'd all obviously all the characters would be balanced.
Oh wait, hold on. Even better idea, just because of what it would be, like a League of Legends style Star Wars game. You know, you have the minions, which would be the rebels and the clone troopers.
No.
Just saying.
Fuck you.
No.
No MOBAs. No MOBAs.
I think we go for a MOBA.
I'm surprised they haven't done a Star Wars
Right?
MOBA or Star Wars Hero Shooter.
Also,
I'll say that. I'm surprised.
Liam, have you seen gameplay of Star Wars Outlaws?
It's turn-based, right?
No.
What do you
Outlaws
mean?
is Outlaws is the
I'm thinking of coming up with a different one. Okay, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I
hit
I
the
saw
stormtroopers
one.
on the head. Bonk.
So I've seen one where they go to whatever stormtrooper base there is, goes around a corner, whistles, goes around another corner, whistles to drag people to them,
Yeah.
and does that repeatedly for every stormtrooper in the base.
Bro, oh my god.
And no one ever realizes that someone's missing. Only one person at a time hears the whistle. So it's directed one at a time. You just take them wherever you want, kill them out of sight. No one will ever know.
What the fuck?
It's like
Ubisoft has really fallen off. They're in a rough
And
place.
the only way
they should have been able to do a good Star Wars stealth game. They should have had that
absolutely.
in the bag, but they fucked it up. It's a good concept, but they fucked it up.
And I think the problem is that I also have with that game. I want to be able to choose create my own character.
For a game like that, that's perfect for creating your own character.
And then they didn't do that. It's like, here's our character. We want you to play this one character
nobody cares about, and you can't really be a bad guy. It's one of those Star Wars things now.
We've had this conversation before. Games don't let you be the bad guy.
Games don't let you be the
except for Baldur's Gate 3. So I think what a lot of people really wanted that game to be is SWTOR, but more modern Star Wars era.
Yeah.
But also with modern gameplay mechanics instead of the how the online game is.
I actually prefer combat like that over
I don't.
Action combat.
I hate having to use my numpad to attack.
Why would you use your numpad?
You guys are on different wavelengths right now.
Why would you use your numpad? Why wouldn't you just use the top row?
Why would I use the top row? For SWTOR.
Reverse.
He clicks. He doesn't get a part of this conversation.
Are we talking about MOBA combat or stealth action game combat?
We're talking about the SWTOR combat.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't want that. Worst part of those games.
I just prefer it.
It's not good.
That's fair.
That's why I prefer New World, because it's not that shit.
Yes, I love New World combat. Honestly, a Star Wars game with New World style combat
would be pretty good.
Make every MOBA have that style of combat. They're
Beat
instantly
MMO.
playable. Everyone.
ESO has it like that.
Yeah, ESO sucks though. Unfortunately, it's Elder Scrolls Online and it sucks.
I have over 1,000 hours in that game.
Yeah, that game is ass.
But
I have
honestly,
500 hours on a single
It also
character.
sucks that they're MOBAs and not just single player games.
MMOs,
also
not
unfortunate.
MOBAs. Different games.
MOBA, MMO, I don't give a fuck. They're both bad.
MOBAs are
I-
bad.
And
Liam-
MMOs. There's
Liam,
not a
what-
single MMO I've ever played that I haven't gone, but gee, I wish this was just a single player game.
I like
honestly, yeah.
MMOs.
I don't think there's any MMO I'd be like,
Or
yeah,
like
I
just
want...
co-op. Like I'd like just like a.
I would love a co-op
a
in
New
it
World
now.
co-op. Yeah.
I would like a Star Wars, like SWTOR, but co-op. I would love that.
Yeah. Cut
See,
out all the
I would
bullshit.
like that, except for the combat system.
Well, yeah, no. Obviously, I would assume at that point it would be more like New Worlds. Too
Could
bad we
we do a-
won't get a new Star Wars MMO for a long time.
It's true.
See, I think what they need to do is they should just run all the SWTOR, everything in SWTOR, run it through AI, and then give us whatever that gives us. Whatever that comes out as, that's what
Does
we want.
SWTOR still have the most voice lines in an MMO?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm
Because
surprised Disney
every
hasn't wanted
character...
to make their own Star Wars MMO set in the sequel era.
Honestly, I want an MMO set in the sequel era.
Well, I don't want anything in the sequel era or any MMOs, so I want the opposite of that.
Yeah, but we already have that. It's called SWTOR.
Okay, so yes,
I
it
don't want
still
that. I want
does
an
hold
MMO.
the record for most voice lines in an MMO. It has
cool.
200,000 voice
lot.
lines.
See, what I would want is I would want a post original
Y'all-
trilogy movie like game. Not
Y'all
like
would-
not
oh,
like
wow.
Jedi Survivor. Like I want an MMO but set during that time.
I don't want an MMO.
I do. I want a new Star Wars MMO. But I
Y'all would-
don't want MMO combat. I don't want Storm's preferred combat.
I just don't get it.
I want like New Worlds combat.
Like I enjoy New Worlds, but I always like just going back to like those guys I enjoy. Y'all would enjoy the fall of the Internal Empires saga area, because it's very much more like KOTOR, and it's like how it plays, where choices matter, but it still does have
What are you talking about? What game are you talking about?
SWTOR.
It's an MMO though, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. The Eternal Empire start is completely solo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it's still like MMO combat, MMO.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I just can't stand it. Pulls me right out.
Because you click, you don't hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, honestly, I just don't like the graphics of SWTOR. I can never get myself fully immersed in it because I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at?
That's
why I would
10-year-old
want like
game.
a modern one.
Yeah.
Like update everything. Don't do
Yeah.
what they just did with the last patch and updated graphics.
Dude,
and
I
it
was
didn't do
when
anything.
I read, hey, updated graphics, I was excited. I was like, hey, let's
That was
go.
such a joke. I looked at it as like, oh, they changed like some models on statues on core.
They did
bombs and
nothing.
shit. Like the fuck.
They did
Yeah,
nothing.
Fuck off.
If you say, hey, we're gonna like overhaul the everything, and it's like, oh, you're gonna make it great now, really pretty visually. No.
No.
Well, what did they say? They added dynamic encounters to planets. Whatever that
What?
means.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Does that mean the enemies
Uh,
aren't going to be in the same place every time?
In addition, all the dynamic encounters have come to star planets Tython, Korban, Hutta, and Ornamental, capital worlds such as Coruscant and Drummondcast, and the ice planet of Ilum. Why would you do it to Ilum? I don't know. These fun missions are sprinkled throughout a planet, adding life and a quick burst of additional narrative and lore to the planet. You may be exploring. They will be completed solo or in a group and can be enjoyed by new and seasoned players alike. I mean, what is it?
My only thinking is maybe those planets didn't really have like combat like
Those
areas.
are like the main planets. Those are the ones everybody does. I feel like they have a lot. Those are
I
like
don't
the
know.
starting planets.
A lot of this stuff just looks like house cosmetics too, like the rewards for doing it. Like there's one pet, and the rest is kind of looking like house stuff.
Why are they dynamic? What's dynamic?
I
about them?
don't know.
They're lying to me. They're
Well,
liars.
They're played by actual devs all the time.
SWTOR dynamic encounters. What are
Honestly,
the dynamic
if they
encounters?
if they did an actual graphical overhaul for SWTOR, like literally everything changed, just like bring over the dialogue lines. Like, what I want them to do is keep the dialogue, but make it single player, completely change the combat, all new
So you want a
graphics
new
and
game.
engine, Make it a whole new game. Just bring over the dialogue.
He wants it to look like Jedi Survivor,
Yep.
be single player like Jedi
Be
Survivor,
single player.
probably combat similar to Jedi Survivor.
Okay, but you'd also have like shooting and stuff, so it'd be first and third. Actually, the shooting combat would maybe be more similar to Battlefront.
Ooh, I would enjoy
I
that.
could see
Yeah.
that.
Okay. I
If
wouldn't
you're
call
using
these
a lightsaber, then it's more like Jedi Survivor.
dynamic encounters are a new type of scheduled time quests on different planets. Why? That doesn't make them dynamic if they're timed and scheduled.
Yeah.
Dynamic
Yeah.
means it can happen randomly.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite of dynamic.
Now, if you're like,
That's staged. That's staged.
yeah, stage
Oh
combat.
my god, do you remember we were playing Switcher one time? These people were staging some sort of fucking ceremony.
Dude, that
Yeah.
shit's
Holy shit,
recorded.
Nathan, you were playing with us when we saw that, right?
Yeah.
That was
Asked me to
insanely
join the
autistic.
Mandalorians.
Yeah, that was so cringe, dude. Oh
They
my
were
god,
doing
they're
a
like
duel.
standing in line.
They were doing a
That
duel.
was so fucking dumb.
See, I
Holy
can
fuck.
understand why people would do that, but they honestly had
Get a
so
life.
many people.
Yeah.
It was like 50 people
It
standing
was
around in a circle.
crazy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been like had people in guilds where like we don't do that shit though. Like we did have like guild meetings and shit, but like
Yeah.
It's
not
different
we
when
weren't
everyone...
an RP guild.
Yeah.
I could never do an RP guild.
That's just so cringe. That's just
Which
so
also means by Mandalorian things, they could never take off their helmet. I'm just sorry. They can't.
Ooh. Well, it depends on your clan.
No. So in current Mandalorian lore with the show, even Bo-Katan can't take her helmet off.
In the show, they literally meet another clan that does take their helmets off.
No. Yeah,
That's
but
like that's like the main conflict of season 3.
I've not seen season 3 to be honest.
Okay, well, so yeah, so in season 3 they like undo a lot of the development and lore that happened in season 2.
Oh,
Great.
People hate season 3. Yeah, all that cool
Okay.
stuff you're talking about. Yeah, they undo that.
Because like I know like a big thing that happened is like Mando gets the Darksaber.
Yep.
I know Bo-Katan eventually gets the Darksaber. And then she joins like his group of Mandalorians and she keeps her helmet on. And then they just retcon that later.
So basically they have season 2.5 in Boba Fett, or is that season 1? I don't know, whatever. In season 3, they meet another clan that does take their helmets off. And something, the Darksaber gets destroyed. They meet some Imperial remnant guy that has Beskar armor, and they have a big fight and some Mandalorians die, but they beat the guy. Then I think at the end, Bo-Katan is in charge, and the Din Djarin has retired on his homestead with Grogu.
But Grogu is supposed to be a foundling. He's supposed to be a part of the new generation of
I don't know, dude. They're hanging out on his farm. I don't know. Maybe this is a part of it. Maybe they're not. I don't know.
So they retconned a bunch of things.
Yeah,
That was like about 90% of it.
Yeah. Season 3 was kind of rough.
To be fair, I only watched 3 episodes of season 1.
Those are the best episodes.
Honestly, yeah.
Great.
What's the best ones?
Honestly, episode 1 was probably like the most hype that show will ever have.
Yeah.
But
I think it should have been episodic, like have self-contained episodes, like an old Western, like make it inspired from like old Western TV shows.
Which is
That
kind of
would've
how
been
the
sick.
first like 5 episodes were.
And make it like cold and like brutal, like dude, Andor, the character Andor in the show, Andor, he's so cutthroat. It's so the very first scene, it opens with he goes to a brothel and he kills 2 cops outside the brothel.
Well,
And
those
like the
aren't
way
real.
it's set up, you don't think it's gonna go as dark as it does. Like, so the building goes into like, okay, it's obviously a brothel, but they're not gonna say it's a brothel. Then they later say it's a brothel. It's like, oh shit, okay. And then like these 2 cops follow them outside and they're like having some beef with them. They were also hanging out at the brothel for fun. And it's like, oh, they're not gonna, he's not gonna murder these 2 cops. He cold-blooded, like he didn't have to. He did it like just cold-blooded, fucking murk their asses. Really set the tone well.
Now, when are they gonna add? What show was this? If I can find it. Why are there so many Star Wars shows? It was like the more recent one that everyone hated. When are they gonna add those characters?
Acolyte.
Yeah. When are they gonna add those characters? Because hey, remember, no one's supposed to know a Sith exists anymore. So in the
Right.
Acolyte, they physically have to kill one of the Jedi Council members in that movie who appears in
Yeah.
a later movie. They have to kill him
That's dumb.
because they also thought it was a good idea to include him, who's also not supposed to be born yet, according to
Yeah,
his like
Kaidi Mundi.
racist lore.
Yeah.
Which
It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up.
which also they also like had to retcon some shit about Katamundi with the gladiator battle of how he has a green and a blue lightsaber.
Justice for Kaidi Mundi.
They retconned it so it's a a fucking thing with he has like a split personality because his brain's so big, and one focuses more on the force, which is the blue one, and the green one's more on combat.
So my fan theory on that is George Lucas fucked up.
No, he did.
I have no idea who y'all are talking about. That's
Oh,
my
I'm
fan
talking
theory.
about Kaidi Mundi.
Sure.
Kaidi Mundi? He's Peter Igloo's best friend.
Oh yeah, my favorite, pure igloos. I love pure igloos. When I go to
Went a bar
Antarctica,
here, they did death sticks with Bingzoid Gaper.
Big's like Gaper.
Bingzoid Gaper.
These aren't real
Kaidi
names.
Mundi, Peter
These
Igloo,
aren't
and
real
Bingzoid Gaper.
names. These aren't real
There he
They
is.
names.
are.
There he
They
is,
are,
Storm.
dude.
He's right there for
They
you.
met Klaus there, dude. They were hanging out with Klaus.
That's a Gaper.
Bingzoid Gaper.
That's Bingzoid Gaper.
No, that's
Bingzoid
Kiadi
Gaper.
Mundi. The one I
Yeah.
sent you, that's Kiadi Mundi.
That's Kaidi Mundi.
Okay,
He fucks, by the way. Canonically, he fucks.
that's not
Honestly,
allowed. That's not
No,
allowed.
He's the
He's
only
allowed
one
to
because
his species is rare. So
no,
canonically,
it's not
Kaidi
his
Mundi
species
fucks.
is rare. It's males of his species are rare.
Oh.
For
Oh yeah,
every-
he's like a harem. He's a harem.
Yeah, it's for like every like one male, there's like 100 women.
God, some people would be happy with that.
Liam wouldn't be.
No.
Liam's not even happy with one woman.
R.I.P.
All right, is that the end of our podcast? We are out
Okay,
of topics.
Storm. Do you think Mahonic ever had a chance of winning the Bunta Eve pod race?
I honestly
Yes.
don't know who that is.
Mahonic.
I think Mohammed had every chance to win the pod race.
When are they adding Muhammad to Battlefront? Hold on, I don't want to get bombed. Okay, can you cut that? Cut that.
No, it's the end of the podcast.
We're actually gonna get murdered if you don't cut that. By the way, I'm
Oh,
100% serious.
No, we're not allowed to show imagery of Mohammed. Okay, we're
I don't
fine.
think we shouldn't talk bad about him either. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're not talking bad about him. I said yes, he had every opportunity to win the pod race. That's good.
Okay, all right. He probably would.
Now I am going to ask for the next podcast thumbnail to add Mohammed to the photo with winning a
Please.
pod race.
Do you think? Okay, I'll probably just say no. I think it'll just say no.
Can you ask AI tomorrow before you edit this to add the fourth guy into a pod racer?
I want to see what it would do. Please do that.
I will
Please do
try.
that.
Like regardless if it looks good, I just want to see what happens.
I will try. That's all I can say.
Oh man. All right. Should I sound us out here?
I mean, that's your job.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us. You can find the You Know Y'all podcast everywhere you listen to podcasts. Apple, YouTube, Spotify, or your favorite podcast feed.
That's not
Safer
true.
journeys.
That's not true. It's not all of them. Hold on. Hold on. Which one is it not?
We're not
Distribution.
on,
It
we're
is not-
on X videos.
No, we are. Oh, wait.
Yeah, by the way, whoever's re-uploading our content to xnxx.com, please stop.
Tune
Cut
in. We're
that,
not
dude.
on Tune In. And no, that's
We're
me
not
who's
on
uploading
TuneIn.
it to X videos.
We are in 18. Well, we're no longer an 18+ account, but
Okay.
bye.